So I would test it at this point, but I want to finish up here, and then I'll test it and show you how to install Firebug. So let's finish this up here. We need to take age and convert it to dog years. So we're going to say age in dog years. It's kind of a comment. And we'll say variable age in dog years. Notice I'm using camel case. If you've read the text, you know that camel case is just uppercase letters where the first letter of the words would lie in a variable name. So age dog years, the D and the Y are uppercase. It kind of looks like the humps on a camel. So variable age of dog years is equal to the age that we defined up in line 25 times, which is asterisk, 7. So we said new variable, age in dog years, is equal to age times 7. Wow, now let's get it out of there. Let's put it in our console.log, which will output it to the console, at least in Firefox and a few other browsers. Inside there, we need to say, within quotes, your favorite movie star is. And for the console, we're going to separate these values with commas. We'll say age, dog years, comma, quote, unquote, and inside the quotes, we'll type in space in dog years. And that should do that line. And in the next line, we're going to write it to our document. So we use document.write again. And we're going to open and close the parentheses, end the statement with a semicolon, and go back in and say, within our quotes, open paragraph. Your favorite movie star is. And now we need to concatenate it with the plus symbol, age, dog, years, plus for concatenation in dog years. And end our paragraph tag, close our quotes. And what's interesting here a little bit is we're using, just to point this out, we're using a string literal, which is within the quotes, to create our opening paragraph tag and our content. Outside of quotes, we're using our variable and concatenating it on. And then at the very end, we're concatenating our closing content with the closing paragraph tag. So let's go over to Firefox and install Firebug and install the Web Developer toolbar and check this code out. So I'm going to go up in Dreamweaver. The way I would do it is I'm going to go up here and say preview in Firefox, and it should open up Firefox, and it says what's your name, which is what we were expecting. I'll put in my name. It says how old is your favorite movie star. I'll say 22, and voila. Now I'm going to dismiss a Firefox question there, because it's the first time I've run Firefox with this user account. And there we go. We have your name is George, your favorite movie star is 22 years old, your favorite movie star is 154 in dog years. Fascinating. It worked. If you wanted to, you could go up to Tools and Web Developer and say Error Console, see if you had any errors. And I have a couple warnings, but it has nothing to do with this document. What I want to do at this point in Firefox is go and say Add-ons. In the Tools menu, say Add-ons. And we want to, in the upper right corner, where the cursor is blinking right up here, look for Firebug. See what it finds. Okay, it found Firebug. You want to make sure that you're using the most current version and that it looks similar to this. Sometimes you'll find other people add things to Firebug, and yours should look like this little yellow with black specks bug somewhere around version 1.9.1, and just go over here on the right hand side and say install, download it. Awesome. We'll restart after we grab the Web Developer toolbar. So go up to the upper right hand corner in this add-ons manager of Firefox, and look for Web Developer. Search for that. It comes up as the top result, Web Developer 1.1.9. So hit install. And what we're going to do is restart Firefox to make those active. So now Firefox has restarted, and I'm going to go back to my assignment and look at what is your name. I'll type in George again. And how old is your favorite movie star? Let's say 34, and it's 238 in dog years. Everything seems to be working well. But I want to see this console that I've been writing to as well as the document. If you go up to the upper right hand corner, you will see an icon for Firebug. You can click right there and the console will pop up. Now, by default, you see over here at the bottom it's working in HTML, so click on the left and on the console tab, and it says the console panel is disabled. You can click on enable, and we'll need to reload the window to make sure it's working. So I'm going to go up here, and the little arrow on the right hand side of our address bar, right up here, hit refresh. It says, what's your name? I'm not going to change that. Well, let's pretend we're somebody else. Let's say Sam, and hold your favorite movie star. We'll say 25. And notice it wrote it in the document window, and it also wrote it down here in the console. Very, very cool. The console is something that you as a developer will only see. A user will never see this. And if we wanted to, and we'll play with this a little bit next week, we could interactively with Firebug change the JavaScript, the HTML, or the CSS. And just in case you've never done it before, I can go up to Tools, Web Developer, Page Source, and look at my original page source and look at my code. If I had had any errors, it would have told me in the console down here. In fact, let's go back before I close this and purposefully create a problem. Let's go down here and leave out one of our quotes in document.write and hit save, and go out to Firefox and preview it. And now it tells me, oh my gosh, I have a missing quote, and it tells me exactly where it is. It says, it's on the document.write, your favorite movie star is. Over here on the right, it says line 32, column 70, so 70 characters in. It tells me exactly what's going on. So the console is very, very cool, and I highly recommend you get in the habit of using it. Let me fix that real quick because I am a recovering perfectionist. I like to make sure things are working. I'll put the quote back in. I'll go back and preview in Firefox. Type in any old name, and we'll say 35 and success. I get no errors. Hope you have a good week. If you got any questions, send me an email. It's posted on Blackboard. And see you again next week.